What's going on, everybody? This just in, Boris Johnson, also known as if Donald Trump was British and didn't comb his hair, he was supposed to go and condemn the Burka Ban in Denmark. But instead, this happened.
Boris Johnson set out to criticize Denmark for banning burkas in a recent column for The Telegraph, but instead he became the subject of scrutiny himself after insulting the women who wear them. Johnson said, among other things, it's absolutely ridiculous that people should choose to go around looking like letterboxes.
How do you end up insulting the people you were supposed to help? Like, how does that even happen? And as with all things burqa related, or pretty much any topic in the world, there are people who support it and people who are against it. Of course, many people condemned him, and even his own party is investigating him for what he said. But on the other hand, there's quite a sizable amount of people who support him, including the last person on my mind, Rowan Atkinson, aka Mr. Bean. Rowan Atkinson said that all jokes about religion cause offense, so it's pointless apologizing for them. You should really only apologize for a bad joke. We all know who Mr. Bean is. We all grew up watching him. He's a great actor, hilarious comedian. From the show Mr. Bean to Mr. Bean's Holiday to those spy movies, he's hilarious. But here's where he's wrong. As a comedian, you're supposed to push the boundaries, you're supposed to try to push those lines, and you're supposed to try to make people laugh in the process. If it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, deal with the consequences. As a politician, it is not your job to make jokes about racial or religious minorities or majorities or any of those. Your job is not to make people laugh, and your job is not to call women in burqas letterboxes or bank robbers. Although a few Muslim women who wear the nikab or the burqa on social media have actually made the best of this. Great day catching up with my bestie. Never seen a red niqabi before, to be honest, but hey, why not? Like, like, here's the thing, like, Muslim women, they have the sense of humor, man. It's nice to see that people who are being subjected to this, hateful rhetoric are actually making fun of it. Some people might see it as hateful, some people don't see it hateful. I'm not here to argue about that. I'm not even here to argue whether the niqab or the burqa should be banned or not banned at this point. What I'm saying is if you're a politician and these are the kind of jokes you're making, especially when you're trying to condemn a burqa ban, when you're in a position of power where you can impact people's lives for the better or the worse, you need to watch what you're saying. Because although this might just be a funny joke to you, there could be unintended consequences to those words. And someone who heard what you said and probably doesn't like women who wear niqabs or burqas and says, you know what, if this politician can make fun of them, I don't like them either, and then they go and take some sort of action towards them to harm them. I'm not saying that's all on Boris Johnson. I'm just saying, when you're in that position, don't give people that ammunition. Don't put fuel on the fire. Now, I've made a video before about the burqa ban in Quebec. I've talked about this. I'm not pro-burqa, I'm not anti-burqa. Even though I don't personally like it, I'm also not going to force my opinion on someone who chooses to wear it. Hundreds of women spoke up against what Boris Johnson said, and they said, hey, this is our decision. It's our freedom to wear it. Stop seeing women who wear burqas or whatnot as oppressed, voiceless beings when they themselves stand up and say, we choose this, you can't tell us what to do. But anyways, I'm no politician. But if I were going to condemn a burqa ban, and I personally didn't agree with the burqa, it would go something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to discuss the burqa ban. Denmark has decided to ban a group of women from wearing their religious garments. Now, whether I agree or not with the burqa, niqab, or any other religious garments of any religious group, my job as a politician and elected member of parliament is to withhold the values of our countries: freedom of speech, expression, religion. And I'm here to protect the citizens of this country, regardless of what they choose to wear. And I do hope that Denmark will do the same. But long story short, comedians and politicians are two different things. Please don't mix them up, and don't make inappropriate jokes about anyone, including minorities. But that's all I have about this topic today. Thank you very much for watching. For more videos, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Until next time, assalamu alaikum, and peace be with you.
If this video gives you a stroke, diarrhea, constipation, internal bleeding, or any abdominal discomfort, ask your doctor if racism is right for you. Ignorance sold separately, logic not included.